Okay, Zach and Jake here for Dirt Road Men this week. For this whiskey review, we're doing the classic Tennessee whiskey.
Jack Daniels, man, it's...
Yeah, we've been through this a little bit. This was graciously provided by Momo, who is serving as cameraman today. You can actually speak. And Deaf Seth's still here, but he's pretty much just drinking and hanging out.
He heard me! He heard me!
We wanted to go in and do another classic whiskey review. We actually had a toss-up between like 1, 2, 3 different... 4, 5... No, that ain't... This wasn't on the list.
Oh, 4.
I'll review that when we run out.
It's Weller. We're not huge Weller fans. I tried to be. It's
compared to like any other bourbon, including bourbons you can get for decently cheaper. Wow.
Man.
We turned that plane engine off.
The 757 took off today.
We forgot last week, so good thing we managed to pull it off this week. But yeah, so I guess they actually put it like right on the side of the bottle. But this does technically classify as a bourbon, right?
Yes.
It meets all the requirements.
Yeah,
but then they added an extra step.
Yeah, Tennessee whiskey is a bourbon that's charcoal filtered, made in Tennessee.
Yep, that's the short.
According to the North American Free Trade Association.
Yeah. Now Jack Daniels does like a sugar maple charcoal filter, and they like completely. I was reading this earlier. They completely like gravity filter it through. They don't like pump it through or anything. They let it drip through slowly.
Okay.
They said it takes quite a while. But this was from their site, so they may have been trying to like fluff it up a little bit. Because I mean, Jack is, you know, like Jim Beam, it's a relatively cheap go-to whiskey. I still kind of prefer most bourbons to this, but I have developed a taste for it, especially since we've been trying different whiskeys.
Yeah.
I think it was just that it was so different, and everything I had had before that point was bourbon that I didn't used to like.
I can see that.
And it just doesn't come across like as smooth as Jim Beam does to me.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But I also will drink Jim Beam like water, so...
Yeah. Do you remember the first bottle of Jim Beam Black we got? We said we were going to split it 50-50?
Yes.
You chugged half of it the second you stepped out of the truck?
Yes. Here you go. Yeah. Here's half.
Yeah, you chugged it in a couple minutes. I sipped on it for like hours.
Oh.
That was fun.
What were we doing that night? It was
we were playing pool at Aaron's.
Oh, yeah.
That warped, crappy pool table that never worked right.
Man, if you get to where you're playing good on that table,
you were garbage on any other table.
Yeah.
I remember I'd go play at my uncle's. I think I played my cousin Allie, who was like 12 or 13 at the time. On you know, their nice pool table over there, and I was just terrible. I had learned how to like curve a shot and stuff on Aaron's table, and then
might have already been curving towards that corner anyway.
Yeah. So it was more like we just learned how to deal with the warped friggin' table.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yes. But so I actually did our research on this like 20 minutes before we started the video. A little more, but
yeah, we thought we might have been doing like 2 or 3 other different kinds of whiskeys today, and then three different kinds.
Somebody forgot their notes.
Yeah, I did.
Because you did have notes on this one, didn't you?
I had notes on all of them.
Yeah.
Granted, the 2 were much shorter than the Centauri.
Yeah. So you even have notes on that one?
Yeah.
Jim Beam Black. And, yeah, so we've got some Japanese whiskey coming up. We may film it today just so we don't have to sit on this bottle. But,
if we don't film it today, we're not gonna film that bottle.
Yeah. All right. But anyway, so I was looking up the story of Jack Daniels, and apparently they've changed their narrative in like the last 2 years. I think the Washington Post or the New York Times, one of those two, did an article contradicting the story we had heard about Jack Daniels, mostly up to that point. I had never heard the story, so I didn't care to notice the change.
Me neither.
I just knew it was cheap whiskey people mixed with Coke,
It's
and John liked.
And 7-Up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that louder, but you're next to with your phone going off and shit.
Thanks.
Who's that?
Cameraman dropping the ball. Yeah. Maybe we should have a new rule. If phone goes off, you gotta answer it on camera.
Yes. Who is? Answer it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, we can't say it on camera.
Nope.
I saw the name, man. I saw the name.
Oh, you are gonna get no end of ball busting when that camera shuts off.
Bro, I hope you brought a catcher's mitt. Because you're catching something that kind of rhymes with mitt later.
Oh, God. So the narrative up to this point was Dan Call, not to be confused with your brother and cousin-in-law or whatever it is.
I don't even know how they're anybody's related.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, had been taught how to run a still by, I'm going to butcher his name now. His nickname was Jack Daniels, but it wasn't actually Jack. It was like Jasper, I think. Jasper Newton Daniels, I think was it.
Okay, I was going to say maybe Jonathan.
But, no, it was a weird one. I remember that much. But anyway, that he had been taught to run a still by him, and that he kind of named it in his honor, and they kind of started it together. The new narrative that Washington Post put out, and Jack Daniels has since embraced, is Dan Call was actually taught by a slave who, and I took a picture of his name because I figured it was actually worth mentioning. I got everybody else's name. I should probably get his name. Nearest Green. That doesn't sound like a name, that sounds like a description, but that's apparently the guy's name. Taught him, and then once emancipation happened, he even went to work, like his family, him and his sons went to work for the distillery.
Oh, wow.
But he taught the guy, and the big difference is the charcoal filtering, right? Well, he taught him that process, and they said to him that the charcoal filtering can accomplish in a couple hours what it takes a barrel a couple years to do. So that's why they do it.
Okay, so they do it like I've heard of some companies making whiskey. They're putting they're putting spirals of charred wood in their barrels to try to age it faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Makers does that, don't they?
No.
No,
No,
they just put those staves in there.
They hand pick their staves. They put I think it was on their Makers 46.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
They choose different staves to put in when they're making their barrels, because they will break down the barrel, take each plank out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The stave is the whole plank, like one plank of the barrel.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, this was their method, America side, to do that, since we were and are a very coal-rich nation.
You gotta love that coal.
Yeah. And it's nice and easy on the nose. It just smells sweet. I can't pick out any real flavors except maybe like honey. I can kind of get that maple. Now that I've said that it was maple filtered and I smell it, I smell maple. So I don't know if I tricked myself into it or if I actually smell it.
Well, if your brain didn't know what it was smelling and then you threw something out there, it might be like, okay, I recognize pancakes.
Close enough.
That's close enough. I'd put this on pancakes.
Like I tried Lagavulin the other day, and the only thing that the nose gave me, because it's pretty harsh Scotch, it was like dry erase marker remover, the spray. It was, the nose was horrible, the whiskey was good. But yeah, on this one I can kind of smell that maple and something sweet, but I think it's just the maple. So what do you think? You think you can pick anything out of it? We've got no notes to go off of from a primary tasting.
Nothing you don't really get from any other
Bourbons or
bourbon.
anything else.
Just a little bit
I noticed more of that
caramel.
mapley taste.
Caramel, a little caramel, some vanilla.
I feel like, now maybe it's just in relation to smoothness, but I feel like this has a little more bite to it. That maybe comes from that charcoal, but
Yeah,
maybe it's not as smooth.
Got a little dry, bitter on the back.
Yeah.
Back of the tongue there, like the I don't know, it's the grapes I don't eat. Or if you get the pitted grapes
Mm-hmm.
and you don't spit out the pit, you get that weird bittery
Yeah, okay.
dry feeling on the back. That's what I get, but I hate those grapes. So I think that for me that's the only thing I don't like, and that's probably what I didn't like about Jack before.
Yeah.
But
It has
all in all,
almost no aftertaste, though.
yeah,
It's there and then it's gone again.
I still got. I don't know when the last time I took a drink was.
Mm.
Did I just take a drink?
No, it's been a minute.
Okay, I still got kind of that bitter.
Huh. I guess maybe I just don't notice it as much. I mean, there's something there, but... Yeah, it's just that kind of back end of it that I don't really like. That's that bite I'm noticing.
I mean, it's not terrible. I could live with it.
Right, but not your chosen drink.
No.
I think we might have got a little too quiet there.
If we got too quiet, that's my bad.
But
Soft-spoken fella.
yeah, normally we kind of pre-taste these and talk about it. We bought this. John bought this
The fella.
on the way here, so this is literally like right off the gate. And we're not the Whiskey Vault guys, so it takes us a minute to pick stuff out.
Right off the gate.
Yeah,
John opened it and John had some.
yeah. This is still my first glass. I think I took like a drink and then I refilled it to the letters right before we started, but that was almost nothing.
I just finished my first glass too.
Of straight Jack,
No,
but
any kind of alcohol today.
anyway,
My wife knows that's garbage.
yeah, didn't you just tell me that this bottle was at like the top of the label this morning?
Friday. When I got
Friday,
home.
okay.
Friday when I got home from work.
Gotcha.
The other one might have been. No.
No, that one wasn't at the top of the label when you left the other day. And
There you go, buddy. You can read. You can
you
come
can say something.
hello.
Just say re-up. Well, I did tell him we wanted to be more formal with our whiskey review,
Don't spill it.
but
I'm wearing a Viking shirt.
yeah, well, not that formal, but just
Okay.
like more professional
Gotcha.
than some of our other videos. But that'll actually be one of our other videos, although you guys will see it before this one, talking about kind of our brand and brand culture. So, but anyway, on this whiskey, and I bet John's gonna hate me for this, I would give it a 6 out of 10. He is literally flipping me off right now.
He's got like 6 knuckles on one finger.
Yeah. How about you? A 5's an average score, John, so it's above average slightly.
I can do 6, 6.5.
So we'll say about 6.25 on an average.
6.25 on an average.
See, even he mixes it, even though he's mad that we're
yeah,
we're dogging it a little bit.
You're dumping 7-Up into it.
yeah. We'll call you out on camera. We don't care.
Sometimes you gotta add a sweetness to your life if you're sour.
If you're sour. Oh, do you need a hug?
touch me, okay?
Is it because of that phone call we wanted to make you answer on camera?
I gotta drink more of this to deal with that.
I can't for the life of me remember her name. I saw it, but I couldn't quite make it out, and I can't remember her name.
Can't say it.
Just
No,
let it
you-
go. We can't say it right now.
I know. I'm
But
just
anyway, so Jack gets a 6.25 from us. It's better than a sharp stick in the eye.
I've had a sharp stick in the eye, I'm sure, before.
Or at least a blunt stick in the eye.
Yeah. What was that supposed to mean? It's not the worst I've ever had. It's not the best I've ever had.
It's slightly better than average. Average being like basically you're drinking slightly alcoholic water.
Vodka?
Yes. That's what I was trying to get you to
This
say.
is way marginally better than any vodka.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I got
Vodka's like the standard 0, the standard 5 for us.
I got some really good vodka the other day, though.
He
Yeah,
was
the girls-
so angry.
I'm kidding.
But anyway,
I don't know. This would be really good. It's good and eat.
I have no problem with the Jack and Coke.
Yeah, Jack and Coke's great. I don't want a Jack Coke.
But yeah,
It was good with on the rocks.
mm-hmm.
Some ice, but
Yeah. But I think if I was in this price range and I was gonna buy some whiskey, I'd probably go with an actual bourbon,
I'd go with
more
some
like Jim Beam or a bourbon we have yet to review yet that we'll talk about later. But
Buffalo Trace is a little bit more expensive, but
yeah. If we're getting into Buffalo Trace, then we can loop in Larceny, and I'm going to pick Larceny.
yeah.
So-
fair enough.
But anyway, I think that's it from us. So, cheers.
Cheers.